What's poppin', Slick Block? It's your boy, D.W.G Gamer. And we're back. Yes, back! With some more Cyanide Happiness Freakpocalypse. Now, we did a lot of stupid shit. Like a lot of dumb shit. You're right. In this hilarious game, man. Alright, like this game is fucking funny as fuck. And I realized because how late it was and shit, I was reading. So the last 4 parts I recorded was part of a 6-part recorded session, right? And it was like 10 to like fucking 1 in the morning, right? So it was late, I was tired, right? And so because I was trying to get through the recordings, I was reading faster than they were reading. And so I was able to, what's the word? I was getting through sentences a lot faster than probably y'all had or could. Alright, and that's my fault. It's my fault for not letting shit play out. Secondly, go down and hit the like and subscribe button. Okay, come on now. So, I just recently caught up with everything that was happening with GOM, man. And that shit is mind-blowing. So apparently, man, my nigga had 2, possibly 3 psychotic breaks. He went to a fucking mental ward a 3rd time. And he might be going through gender identity problems. Which, hey, man, you know, personally, truthfully, I don't really give a fuck about that part. You're non-binary. You're a woman. It doesn't matter to me. All right, it really doesn't. But like, what does matter is mental health and sanity. All right, that matters a whole lot more to me than being non-binary and was it not polysexual? Pansexual. There we go. Alright. When I was like listening to like his like last 3 updates, I was like, it's been a while since my favorite black YouTubers posted. Alright, let me just pause, rewind that. It's been a while since one of my favorite black YouTubers has posted, you know, shit. Or since I got his shit in my recommended, you know. So I was watching his channel updates to see what was going on with them, because, you know, him, her, that boy, girl. Alright. And like it blew, like, alright, so the first one was like, oh man, nigga, that sucks that you went through that shit. Right? The second one, while I could tell he was frustrated with some shit, I saw some very strong red herrings, right? And like the things he was saying. So let's just sidestep that and let's just backpedal a little bit. For those of you who don't know, alright, I grew up in the hood. And I've been in and out the hood off and on again, right? The majority of my life. If I'm not in the hood, I'm in the suburbs. If I'm not in the suburbs, I'm in the hood. Right? And in the hood, you see some shit. Alright, you see niggas die. You see niggas get jammed up. Alright. You come close to death. You see and experience a lot of shit. Right? And for people who have near-death experiences, will they enter a situation that they don't think or they didn't think they were going to come back from? There's like a certain release of what do you call it? It's like a filter, right? A filter. Right? Before you have that near-death experience, or that, let's just say, life roading experience, right? Where your life just gets fucking rolled over and you're fucking screwed. Alright? If you somehow get out of that situation, what tends to happen is it's like certain restrictions that you have placed on yourself unknowingly get released, right? Because now you're shifting from being a what's the word? Functioning society member, alright, to a survival mentality. Right? And typically what that does, right, for most people, when they survive that type of shit, they have a list of like all the things they want to accomplish so that if they do die or get locked up, be put in a vegetative state, whatever the fuck happens, alright, or you know, just become paraplegic, they want to knock out the way, so you know when the time comes they won't have regrets, right? And when I was listening to the second video, I saw all the red herrings of that, right? He was like, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do. And like when he was saying to it, I was like, damn, dog. Like, how close were you to just being gone? Like, it's a surreal experience, right? When your body or your mind enters, it's not even survival, right? It's the checklist. Because to a certain degree, survival isn't even an option anymore. Alright, it's, well, I'm going to die. The ops going to get me. The cops are going to take my life away. I'm going to lose everything to these drugs. So before that happens, let me just check this shit off. So that when the inevitable happens, I can sit there and be like, yeah, I did it. right? And like, it's a beautiful and it's a sad thing. Because, let's just put it like this, from a hood's perspective. Alright, it's a sad thing because most likely, you are going to die. You will lose your life to prison. Or you may never be able to break those drugs off your back. Like, right? Like, that's just the harsh reality of it. Like, very few people, when they reach that point of just checking shit off the list, do they make it back to, like, who they originally were. You know what I'm saying? Now, luckily, Gom isn't in the hood. He's always in a more suburban area. So, you know, a lot of the things that would be immediate, you know, yeah, I am going, this is it. You know, like, kind of like Heisenberg from Breaking Bad when he found out he had cancer. And he was like, fuck it. He just dove off the deep end. Like, that happens a lot more often than people think. Like, they think like, oh man, that was crazy. Can you imagine? I've seen it. Alright, I've seen people who've had that, you know, well, there's a bag on my head. My homie just got locked up. He's gonna snitch. Alright. I've seen that. I might as well do what I can before it happens. Alright. But luckily enough, I don't think Gum is in a situation, right, where the worst is losing his life, right? So, like, on that note, I'm happy, right? Because dying isn't a strong possibility. So, like, this list and shit that he's checking off to will probably help him, like, further his goals and reach the point of success that he wants. And what's that word called? It's not ambition. I mean, it is ambition, but it's the opposite of ambition, where, like, you hold yourself back from doing the things you want. The fact that he's freed from that is going to be good. Alright. I'm just worried about his mental. Right? I was worried about his mental after the first video where he was like, yeah, I had a mental break. I was in a psych ward. You know. I was ready after that. But then as I kept watching the next two videos, no, the next three videos, because there was 3 videos, I became progressively more worried. Right? Now, for those of you who don't know, I haven't been a long time fan of Gone. Alright. Right. I probably started watching Gone in 2015 or 2016. Alright, I was looking for other black YouTubers. Right. To watch. Because well, to a certain degree, I was studying them for when I started doing Let's Plays and shit. I want to see, you know, all the ways that they do things, so, you know, I can prepare myself mentally. And also because I wanted to, you know, support black YouTubers. It was a double thing. right? Now, how do I say this? Alright. I have a lot of problems. Right? Like, I'm a narcissist for one. I don't know if y'all can tell. Right? I'm a narcissist, right? And I'm crazy. Right? I'm crazy as fuck. I get it from my dad's side. They're all crazy, alright? But they're all, what's the word? They're all crazy, but they're all functioning crazy. I mean, they can get stable jobs, they can start businesses, they can make money. Right, but some of their views on society or the world, or just their personal beliefs, are a bit skewered.
Psst, I brought you the scar cream.
All right. Hey, thanks, kid. You ain't half bad. As promised, here's the hard stuff ready to be sniffed to your nose's content.
It's not for me, it's for a friend.
Whatever, kid. Look, all I know is thanks to you, a nose junkie can sniff his way to heaven. And I'm able to sell goofballs to 6-year-olds. Thanks.
Oh, I feel like I didn't think this through. I think I'm in over my head. Well, see ya. A weed shirt. Does this mean I can smoke it?
So,
this tree is... I never touch it. I'm not the Lorax. I don't speak for the... Better not touch him. I know I gave you that scar cream and all, but could you please not market your product to 6-year-olds?
Nope.
I appreciate your...
So, do you want to buy some Slappy Jazz, Jim Jams, Jabroca, or...
I'll just stick to getting high off abstinence.
So while I do believe this, like, this mentality shift is going to be overall better for his career, the thing I'm worried about is his mental, you know? When you start when you start checklists, right? To a certain degree, you're preparing for the worst. Right? So, like, a part of me hopes he's able to, like, you know, succeed and everything works out. Not a part of me. I wholeheartedly hope that's how it goes. Right? But checklists, they do build stress. Alright? They can build a lot of stress. You know what I'm saying? And coming from someone who's seen crazy, functioning crazy, I can tell you for certain that the type of crazy that a list can bring is very fucking dangerous. Right? And then on top of the stress of, you know, having this list that you're trying to check off and fulfill, he was also hit with, well, reality. And and how cruel corporate America can be. Right? Let me just say this. Corporate America is its own fucking bag. Alright? Which, it's his own bag. Like, it's very separate, but like, very fucked up as well. Alright? So, because he's trying to get mental health, therapy, you know, and all this shit, to help his, you know, his mental, that shit's not cheap. So he's been burning through his money. All right. He got evicted. It's just so many things, so many left swings, right haymakers, and kicks to the nuts. That on top of this checklist, on top of his, let's just say, waning mental stability. Because you see, that's the other thing about Gum I always liked. Right? As someone who came from a family of functioning crazy people, I could tell at first glance, like his first, like you're listening to him talk. Alright? When he was doing his gameplays and shit. Back in 2015. It was like I was listening to one of my cousins or one of my brothers talk. Alright, especially like the jumping from conversation to conversation, right? Like, let me tell you like this. I shit you not. It is possible for me and my brother. Alright. Let me say brothers. It's possible for me and my brothers to have like 6 to 7 different conversations going on between us, right? Let me explain that. I can be talking to, let's say, Ed, right? Just me and Ed talking. And while talking, we will start 6 to 7 different conversations. And we will just jump back and forth between those 6 to 7 different conversations. Alright? And like only 3 of them, maybe 4, will be complete, coherent conversations. Alright? But if you were listening to us talk, you would think we were crazy, because of what we are. You would think we were speaking gibberish. Right? There were certain times when Gum was recording where he would have that, where he would just start 2 or 3, maybe 4 different conversations. Because Gum has ADHD, right? So his mind wanders. Right? I don't know what it is with me and my siblings, why we do that. Right? It's just shit we do. Like, I know I have ADD. I have attention deficit disorder, right? It's hard for me to focus on shit. I can't really multitask. Right? I don't know about my brothers though. I mean like multitask, right? I mean, it's hard for me to read and listen to someone talk at the same time. Right? It's hard for me to talk and then play video games at the same time. The reason, depending on what I'm talking about. Alright, I'm a very reactionary like gamer. Right, so if it's about the game in the moment, I feel like I do pretty damn good. But if it's me wandering off, then I probably do fucking horrible. Right? But like I would hear Gum have 2 to 3 different conversations with himself. I mean, he was talking to the audience, but it was really just with himself. And I'd be like, I can relate to him. I can relate to this level of crazy. I have cousins and brothers who we do this shit all the time. Right? So when I heard about his mental breakdown, like, I was really worried, right? Because, you know, of course, because like I could relate with him because I have family members and shit who he reminds me of. I was like, damn. What if Ed, Mark, or Brian, you know, Ed, Mark, or Brian was like to go through this, you know? And then, right, there's the whole, you know, non-binary, pansexual shit. Right, which, you know, I don't really give a fuck about. You know, I've always believed in doing what you do just to be happy, right? It's always something I strongly believed in. Alright. However, I'm not gonna lie to you, there was a certain amount of disconnect for me when he was talking about it. Alright. Because, alright, so, not to come off offensive, even though I might. Normally there are signs and shit like this, right? You know? Like early on, it just pops up conversation, right? Normally there are signs like, oh, you're not comfortable in your skin. Oh, you're forcing yourself to be with her, but you're not really into her. Like, or him, you know, shit like that. You know, sometimes you can catch glimpses of it, right? And to be honest with you, right? I never noticed that with God, right? I didn't. So let me just pause and rewind back, right? The reason why I never noticed that with God is because he's non-binary and pansexual. Alright, which makes sense, right? Non-binary means you don't identify as male or female. You're androgynous by nature, you know? Or at least mentality-wise. So it makes sense that you'd be pansexual because you don't really care about the body or how attractive the other person is. You care about the mind, personality, maybe even the spirituality of the person. Right? And it's weird. Right? Because I've had a few pansexual friends. Right? So, you know, to me, it's always been kind of weird with them. Because, how do I say this without sounding like a dog? Alright. I truly, for the most part, could care less about someone's personality. Right? Like honestly, I know that may seem shallow as fuck, but I have no time to care about your personality when I'm worried about my own. You know what I'm saying? Everything in life I see is just another way to cultivate myself and to make myself better. Because my belief is very simple.
The lucker of your...
That if you see yourself as a god, that you should take the steps necessary to make it abundantly clear to those around you that you are a god. You know? Like, how do I say this? I can control the person next to me. Alright? I can't straight up tell them, I mean, I can. I wouldn't. I go lead by example. You know what I'm saying? I carry myself in a godly manner. Alright? So that those around me can see and carry themselves thusly as well. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that made sense, but that's how I view shit. And I know, like, for a narcissist, that isn't normal. Right? It isn't normal for me to be like, well, I'm not the best me I can be, so how can I fault you for not being the best you can be? You know what I'm saying? I know that's like abnormal, but like, you know what, if you talk to me in real life, you'd see what I'm talking about. Alright. So the fact of the matter is, I don't really care about personalities. Alright? I really don't. And to a certain degree, I don't even really judge people based off looks or appearances. Right? Which that's actually a lie. I do judge people based off look and appearances. Alright? And when I look at people, I see one of three things. Cool, dope, help. Oh, he's cool, she's cool, he's dope, she's dope. He or she needs help. That's always been how I've seen it, right? If you're cool, I'll associate with you. If you dope, I'll hang with you. You know, you can become one of my homies. If you need help, I'm going to talk to you. Right? Because that's just what the fuck I do. You know? But to a certain degree, I do judge people based off appearances. You know? Which means that for a lot of things with me, it's a physical attraction. You know, I am physically attracted to her. I can get to know her later. Right? And with pansexuals, it's not like that. Alright? It's like everyone's cool and dope until they fall in love with their personality. It's not about, oh, she's hot, he's handsome. Alright? It's more like, oh, he's dope, she's dope, I want to be with her, you know? Alright, so let me just explain that there. That second, he's dope, she's dope, was me talking about mentally, personality wise, not me talking about outwardly. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? It makes sense to me. I can only explain shit like how it makes sense to me. Alright. I'm gonna try this again. When I say cool, dope, or needs help, I'm looking at clothes, fits, chains, how baggy or tight the clothes are. Are they wearing mostly black and grays? Are they baggy sweaters and long sleeve shirts? Alright. Do I see thrill seeking? Do I see danger? Do I see a willing or a want to learn in their eyes? Do I see melancholy in their eyes? Like, that's what I mean. Alright. When I say I'm looking at cool, dope, you need help physically, right? The second one, oh, you're cool, she's dope, right? Was mentally, right? Personality wise, like, I guess happened for me sometimes too. I look at someone and I think, that fucking loser. But then I talk to them, you know, because I talk to people. I just talk to people. If you sit around me, I'm probably gonna talk to you. Cause I can only stand. Let me just pause. Narcissistic about to come in. I can only sit around someone in silence for so long until I feel like they should entertain me. Because if you're not entertaining me, why the fuck are you in my presence? Right? That's how I feel. Because I'm a narcissist. So I'll strike up a conversation for entertainment. Right? You know who this doesn't apply to for me? This does not apply to family. For most of the time when it comes to family, I'm just content with just being in their presence. You don't gotta talk. Right? You can just vibe in the kitchen, watching videos with headphones on. 2 different videos, 2 different headphones. Not even looking or talking. Me drinking, you smoking. Me smoking, you drinking. Just vibing. And I'll be perfectly content. Because I do not hold my family to the same standard as, well, civilians. I just don't. Like, I'm a god. So of course I see everybody in my family as being gods, if not on par, greater, or slightly beneath me. You know what I'm saying? So why would I expect them to entertain me? You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to other people, it's like, please don't be around me if you're not going to be entertaining. Like, that was my belief for like a long ass time, and it still is.
I'm back for more.
So,
Smell you later.
second fucking marker?
Here, I got that marker for you.
You did? No way! Gimme, gimme, gimme!
So, will you go to prom with me now?
Huh? What?
I'll take that as a maybe.
Here, man. Here's a little reward to remember me by.
A dick. On my face. You, really shouldn't have. Well, glad it could help. See ya.
I have to zip Did he actually put his dick on my face, or did he draw a dick on my face? Alright, he drew. I don't think I'm ever gonna get blackface. I think it's gonna be things like this. Oh well. There go the library. So, stepping back, right? So for me, pansexuals have always been weird. Because I can never wrap my head around looking at a 10, whether it's a male or a female, and they're not being like, yo, that person there is gorgeous. You know what I'm saying? Like, that just never made sense to me.